BTC 9 Rampage was a great event that went down in Kitchener, Ontario, the first pro MMA event, and it went down right here in the Odd. A great night for all of those that came out and checked this out. The main event, Jesse Ronson, Troy Lamson, was truly a great fight. Both men really going at it, both stylistically showing what I thought they would, with Troy Lamson trying to get at it, but Jesse Ronson really showing a fast kind of start, managed to drop his opponent a couple of times there and ends up getting that rear naked choke victory. There was a sequence where Troy Lamson was going for that Darce choke, was really doggedly going for that, and Ronson is able to show his resolve. He will talk about Jesse Ronson as being the body snatcher, and fair play. I mean, the man's got some rib roasters when he's punching you up all throughout the body, taking away your wind and your energy, but a great submission grappling acumen, ends up getting that rear naked choke victory. And I mean, we got to talk about a very high stakes bout. Technically was at a catch weight of 158, but very much a bout that has implications at 155 pounds. Cody Pfister and Adam Essenza. Now, a hotly contested sort of fight. It did end in a split decision. Adam Essenza getting the nod, seeming like they were favoring Essenza's striking and just what he was doing in the stand-up kind of realm and getting the ground and pound that he was able to get, as opposed to favoring the top control and just general pressure that Cody Pfister was able to bring to the table all throughout. And in the big prospect clash, Siri City and Matteo Vogel. That was a fight that also unfurled in a similar kind of fashion. There was that general stylistic breakdown of striker versus grappler. City definitely having moments, mostly in the second round, where he was able to showcase those strikes. I mean, the front kick was pretty brilliant for sure, but the rounds that bookended the fight, we see Matteo Vogel showing off that submission grappling acumen and just showing off why he's called Carapato. He's the tick, it's Portuguese for that, and just was able to really stick to his opponent and just kind of make it a hellish night for him. I mean, it's a night that Siri City doesn't lose a great deal of stock in this. He's still a very highly touted prospect, to be sure, this being his first foray at bantamweight as well, so trying out something different as well, so gotta contextualize it in that sort of regard. And in more of a short notice kind of fight that really ended up living up to expectations, Vlad Kazbekov and Eric Wilson. Now, Eric Wilson, a veteran of various circuits through Saskatchewan and Alberta, was coming in and looking to apply his trade for BTC. Obviously, Vlad Kazbekov, familiarized with the circuit, has bouts under the banner and was undefeated as of his prior outing at BTC 6, and just really had been doing well under that banner. Seemed kind of frustrated by the nature of his performance, which you can see. You can check that out on the YouTube channel. The interview with Vlad Kazbekov indicated a certain level of frustration with his performance, but I thought he did a great job and did certainly enough to get the win. And then obviously the Rafael Palomique fight, an interesting one. Kyron Cameron was his adversary in that one, and Palomique able to get certain things going early on with the grappling, was able to secure certain positions. Cameron maintained that composure and ended up working towards getting that submission finish, a Darce choke. Now, Cameron primarily known for punches, at least in as far as the outcomes of some of the fights that he's had, but really showing off that submission grappling acumen and a bit of a remix edition of the atomic butt drop made famous by Mark Hunt in Pride Fighting Championship. There's an interesting transition. And then Xavier Nash, Chris Allard, another great prospect fight, and they just really, brought it in a lot of different ways, and it was a great tilt. Ended up going to the judges' scorecards as well. Xavier Nash getting that distinction via unanimous decision. Was all smiles, looked, maybe a little beat up, nothing too crazy, maybe a little something under the eye, but seemed just all smiles and seems very excited about his prospects heading, in his future BTC tenure. This really sets him up for some cool opportunities in the future. He's faced the elite, the very best of the best within BTC, so this gets him right back on track, to be sure. And then, Zach Junkin versus Jamie Flick. I don't know that I need to belabor the point with that one. That was a brilliant knockout, less than 30 seconds, and just, Junkin getting that victory and just really electrifying the crowd. That definitely unglued everyone from their seats. In summation, you had that Seth Connor versus Luke Hogg fight that kicked everything off, with Connor getting that Darce choke at 2 minutes 22 seconds of round one, kind of underscoring the fact that the Darce choke, relatively popular submission tonight, at least in as far as the recorded finishes, and an amazing night it was. BTC 9 Rampage. This is Dylan Bowker with BTC Fight Promotions.